It's another day in the NBA. We've had some wild stuff happen, like shoes being used for defense, but not how you'd expect. Lopez finally fights a human being instead of an NBA mascot, so let's get right into it. G'day everyone, my name's Alan and welcome to this show where I talk about the latest in basketball. And yes, I'm Australian, but in no way am I an NBA expert. I'm just a guy who loves the game of hoops. And honestly, I just spend way too much time on RNBA on Reddit every single day. So I thought I'd just combine all the clips together, put something awesome together and see what happens. So yeah, hopefully you end up enjoying this show and maybe I'll make some more episodes. I don't know if I'll do that, but we'll see what happens because, well, sometimes the unexpected happens in the NBA, like Taj Gibson losing his shoe. Well, kinda losing his shoe for a moment there. Because as you may or may not have seen, Taj Gibson's sneaker came off during a play. He picked it up and then for some reason kept holding it while playing defense and then even tried blocking the shot with the shoe.
No, the shoe, he certainly went up with it. I don't think you can... you can't do that. You can't block a shot with your shoe. He certainly went up with it.
Now, I'm honestly not 100% sure what would have happened if Taj got his shoe and actually managed to get the block with it, because I've never really seen that. I don't think that's ever happened in an NBA game. This is probably the closest it got there. It could have been goaltending. It could have been... probably just a technical foul, realistically. I don't know what the referees would have actually called it, though. But what I do get is why Taj actually continued to play defense with the sneaker in hand. It's because, well, Taj's coach is a defensive-minded coach, first of all. And, well, it's Tom Thibodeau. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. I really am. But I'm not as sorry as my favorite team in the NBA, the Knicks. Yes, we haven't been any good since, well, Patrick Ewing, pretty much. We've had highlights here and there, but I'm going to keep that up there until we actually become somewhat decent. It's probably going to be there forever, until the day I die. But anyway, moving on. Because Taj Gibson's moment today isn't actually my favorite NBA shoe clip. Back in 2014, Maurice Spates of the Golden State Warriors lost his shoe on a drive and Steph Curry threw it out of the way. Then on their next offensive possession, Curry did pick it back up and he tried to toss it back to Spates. But former Defensive Player of the Year and former Nick Tyson Chandler wasn't having any of it.
Out there as Nelson down to 7 to shoot.
Why not attack him?
Crowder, tough fadeaway.
Couldn't take advantage of it, and that shoe is, Curry grabs it. Chandler swats the shoe out of bounds. What a play!
See, that's just my favorite defensive NBA shoe clip of all time. It just has to be. I don't know. It just honestly is. Also, if you're wondering why I'm wearing a Spurs jersey, it's because it's a Patty Mills jersey. Come on, guys. I'm Australian. That's how it is. We represent our own. Plus, I'm a jersey collector, not a sneaker collector. I got ugly, big feet, so I can't really get cool shoes. But yeah, I guess maybe Steph Curry can throw me some. I actually don't want any Under Armours. So let's continue, because the next part of our show, before we get some more random funny clips on this show, we are going to look at the top 3 plays of the day, according to me for some reason. Let's check them out, with number 3 coming from James Harden, as he got this game-sealing step-back 3-dagger to give him 47 points on the night. This was just dirty and straight up disrespectful to Ricky Rubio from James Harden, but I don't know if it's as dirty and disrespectful as this live, and I repeat, live commentary from the Players Only commentary team, who had no reaction to this shot.
That was, and because of the foul, the way you call it, he was scared to really go all out and continue.
Let's run that whole thing back.
Right back to Harden, and all they wanted to do was create the mismatch. That was, and because of the foul, the way you call it, he was scared to really go all out and continue.
I really don't know why Players Only is still a thing. It consistently gets worse. But what doesn't get worse are our highlights and our plays of the day, with number 2 being Josh Okogie with this amazing alley-oop slam. Look at this thing. Oh man, we gotta watch this over and over and over again, I feel like, because honestly, I saw a comment on Reddit that said it reminds us of a young Andrew Wiggins dunk. Oh man, that's straight up disrespectful, and I think that's the theme of today's show because, well, Andrew Wiggins is still fairly young, but damn, it does remind us of a younger Andrew Wiggins for real. But serious props to Josh Okogie. What a dude. What a slam. But anyway, now we move to number 1 on our plays of the day for today. And it comes from this guy, Rudy Gay, with the steal on Embiid. Then he runs the floor and gets the big slam on the other end.
Bertans back to Gay. Oh, Spurs by 10.
It's beautiful give and go in the open court. Starts with defense. Rudy coming up with the steal. Gives it to Davis. Right back to him. That's how you play the game. And that's your Budweiser play of the game.
There was honestly just something smooth about that Gay slam. You know what I mean. But moving on, we've got more clips from around the NBA world to get to today that are completely random, but I don't think any of them really top the randomness of this next clip because it is Michael Jordan in the club with the Charlotte Hornets players. I really don't know what's going on in this clip. I seriously don't, but it's Michael Jordan smoking a cigar in a club and he's like 50-something years old now. He's the GOAT, in my opinion. But I don't know what this clip really is and why it exists, but it's there and we'll take it. Now, on a complete side note, what I think the NBA should allow is when Michael Jordan is in an NBA arena, is allow him to smoke his cigar and then slap people across the back of the head because it's just natural and it should be allowed. It should be part of the NBA rules. Allow Michael Jordan to be in an NBA arena, smoking a cigar and slapping anyone he wants in the back of the head. Straight up, it just should be in the rules. Also, another complete side note, imagine if smartphones and social media was around back in MJ's day. We really wouldn't have to gamble on anything controversial coming up in his day. Yeah. But speaking of controversy, ESPN facing some controversy right now. L. Duncan of ESPN straight up disrespected, and it seems like this is the theme of today's show, disrespected the late, great Drazen Petrovic, a Hall of Famer, one of the greatest European basketball players of all time.
Melo's legacy. National champion as a teenager, 3-time Olympic gold medalist, top 20 scorer all time, all-star, all-NBA, all day, Melo, a surefire Hall of Famer. That doesn't really mean much with names like Drazen Petrovic there. Okay, well, but Drazen Petrovic didn't leave his mark on the game like Melo did. Okay.
L. Duncan, how do you even have a job? She used Drazen Petrovic as the butt of a joke in a Carmelo Anthony piece. Does she not understand that it's a basketball Hall of Fame and not the NBA Hall of Fame? Like, does she even do her research? She probably doesn't do her research since it doesn't seem that she even knew that Drazen Petrovic had died. Petrovic was tragically taken away from this world at just the young age of 28 and is one of the greatest European players of all time, as I stated. He inspired a generation of Europeans after him and was seen as someone way ahead of his time on the offensive end of the game. Yet for some reason, she had the nerve to insult him. This is absolutely inexcusable. And what's also absolutely inexcusable is that in a tweet exchange, she thought a Twitter user was referring to the late Fab Melo, who also passed away. I'm going to ask this again, straight up. How does she have a job? Like, really? If anything, she'd be better off in an NBA mascot uniform play fighting with Robin Lopez. And that takes us to our final clip of the day, and it's Robin Lopez finally getting into a fight with an actual NBA player instead of an NBA mascot. Now, nothing much happened in this scuffle, but Lopez did go down rather easily for a man of his size, but then again, he was stuck in kind of an awkward position to fall, so that makes sense.
There's pain in Westbrook. Westbrook started it. Westbrook started with the push. He pushed Dunn. Westbrook started the ball, and then Jeremy Grant came over, and then everybody gets in there, and then Robin Lopez right there with the kind of a headbutt. Jeremy Grant had something to say to Chris Dunn. And Lopez came over. I see Cameron Payne trying to keep the peace.
What's funny is that after this mini fight, we saw Lopez drop the ball on Grant and gets ejected thanks to picking up his second technical foul of the game. He was obviously just frustrated and he wanted to get out of the game, so he did what he did. He dropped the ball on Grant and then we saw what happened. But that's not even the best part. The best part of this is when he was heading down to the tunnel, he took another L from this fan. I don't know why this is so funny, but it is. This guy's just like, nope. But anyway, just like Robin Lopez, we're out of here. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this first episode of this little show I decided to put together. And as I stated, I'm no NBA expert. I've just been a fan of the game my entire life because, well, ball is life. I really need to work on my outro. Bye-bye.